I have this theory that if you work in the USA and you put off retirement until you're 65, you essentially have given 40 years of your life to your job in exchange for 1.5 years of living for yourself. Don't believe me? Let's do the math. The average American gets 2 weeks of paid vacation a year. The lucky ones get 4. 2 weeks times 40 years is only 80 weeks off. That just isn't an acceptable life. If you agree, make sure you smash that like button. Let's be totally honest. Most people take vacation to tend to their personal matters and rarely use their time to focus on life's pleasures. They all put it off for retirement. Many don't even make it to retirement or die shortly after they do. Don't let that be your story. In today's video, I'm going to give you 2 strategies on how you can retire early. One of these strategies can have you retired in as little as 3 months. If you stay to the end, I will go over my Killing the American Dream real estate investing program that will teach you how to invest in real estate to achieve your passive income goals. I currently own and control over $17 million of real estate, and that program walks you through exactly how I did it so you could do the same. On this channel, I mostly talk about real estate, business, and anything else that interests me. If this is the sort of stuff that interests you, make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with anyone you think who could gain value from my videos. My name is Carl, and this is ENTP Life. So where does one start when planning to retire? I guess the first place to start is to properly define retirement. Retirement, according to the dictionary, means to withdraw from one's position or occupation or from an active working life. You can achieve retirement when you have sources of income that do not have to be earned by working. Retirement and the term financial independence are often used interchangeably. So looking at this definition, we need to first determine how can we provide for ourselves financially without having to trade our time for dollars. We have to determine our freedom number. Your freedom number is the total amount of income you need to live a lifestyle that is satisfactory to you. So step 1 is calculate your freedom number. To do this, think about what country you plan on retiring in. Then list out your expected expenses and budget for each of those expenses. Here's what you should account for: housing, heating and cooling expenses, food, phone, internet, healthcare, electricity, travel, and of course your entertainment. If you need resources on how to research these prices, I recommend numbeo.com and also nomadlist.com. Both of these websites allow you to search the cost of living in a particular city. What's cool about nomadlist.com is that it's more social, where the information is crowdsourced. There are user reviews and the interface is very user-friendly. The other site, numbeo.com, is more data-driven, but gets into the details and provides way more information. Step 2 is designing the plan that allows you to hit your freedom number. For me, my freedom number is $1 million in passive income annually. To hit that number requires me to accumulate $25 million in real estate assets that net at least 4% a year. The other option is to have my home healthcare company scale in size by a factor of 3. I anticipate I hit my freedom number within the next 2 years or so. Now I know some of you are there calculating my income and saying, why isn't he at $1 million passively based on the numbers you've presented in previous videos? Well, that's because I have a 21% stake in my home healthcare company, and my newly launched agency is currently in the red. In net worth, I'm well over the $5 million mark, accounting for company valuation, cash on hand, and equity in my real estate holdings. So after you factor my share of the profits and Uncle Sam's cut, I'm just not there yet. Also, I need that income to be 100% passive, where I don't have to trade my time for any of it. I'm still the CEO of that organization, and I still have my job duties within the company. I also run my real estate investing company. So for me to consider myself fully retired, those operations have to run full-time without me. Now you may be thinking $1 million a year in passive income is a lot, but for my lifestyle where I want to fly my plane all over the world, invest in obscure projects, I really need that number. Additionally, my retirement doesn't mean that I will stop making investments into assets that spin off cash flow. It simply means that I'll only be doing my passion projects, pursuing my dreams exclusively. Anyway, enough about me. Let's design a plan together that shows you how easy this can be done. Most people think about retiring in a tropical place. So for this example, we're going to pick Medellin, Colombia, the city of the eternal spring. Using Medellin as our example, we're going to draft a plan on making passive investments that can get you to your retirement faster than you think. I fell in love with Medellin back in 2016. When I researched the cost of living, I determined that for my family size and a live-in nanny, my all-in monthly cost will be somewhere around $2,500 a month. So So if you have a family of 4, it would be about the same. You would be living in the best areas of the city, eating out regularly, and traveling within South America maybe 4 times a year. If you were single and wanted to live a pretty nice lifestyle and still travel internationally, you could set your freedom number to $1,500 a month or as low as $800 a month to live a simpler middle-class life. By middle class, I mean you can afford a safe apartment, be well fed, and have a few extra dollars to enjoy some of your interests. So now that we have a number that works for an average living, let's invest money to produce your passive income number. Let's say you're a single person and you're comfortable with a middle-class lifestyle. You go out 2 to 3 times a week and all your basics are covered. If you're cool with that, you can achieve retirement in 3 months with as little as $10,000, and here's how. Get 2 Airbnb apartments in a well-traveled tourist location. If you checked out my Airbnb videos, you'll see that I set up an apartment in New York City for about $7,500. That single investment spins off $600 to $1,300 in cash flow every single month. If you are crafty and able to take over somebody's furnished apartment, you could probably get 2 apartments in that $10,000 budget. You'd be up and running with enough passive income to support your lifestyle or your family of 4 in Medellin, Colombia. Managing a rental on Airbnb is super simple. All you need is a reliable cleaner who will turn over your apartment between guests, 2 thumbs, and the willingness to answer a few questions by text a month. Okay, let's say Airbnb isn't for you because you're not comfortable with tourism, but managing real estate is more your speed. Let's think about what sort of investments get you to your freedom number so that you can drop what you're doing and move to Colombia. My first thought is to buy a duplex or 2-family home in a working class neighborhood. These sort of investments can be found for around $120,000 and when rented could produce about $800 a month per unit. Your upfront cost would be higher, but you would essentially park your money in a real estate asset that would earn you enough passive income to live comfortably. That real estate asset may also appreciate. By comparison to the Airbnb model, this model is more cost intensive, but you own the property outright. And you could also benefit, like I said, from that appreciation. Another option is using the BRRRR method. This is when you refinance your initial investment out of the deal and your profit is the spread between your rental income and the mortgage payment. The fact that you refinance your initial investment out of the deal means that you have your cash back and you're able to repeat that process and start to build up a nice sized portfolio. This is my preferred method and how I'm building towards my freedom number. At the top of this video, I discussed my real estate investing program, Killing the American Dream. It's packed full of 15 hours of tutorials teaching you how to flip real estate and build a sizable real estate portfolio. I developed this program over several months and to register is only $97 per month. So if you're serious about getting out of the rat race, seeing more of the world, and living on your own terms, I highly recommend that you check it out. So to wrap up, here's what you need to do to retire early. Number 1, determine your freedom number by budgeting and forecasting your needs in the city you plan on retiring in. Number 2, design your plan by taking your freedom number and factoring in how many assets you need to buy or control that will give you that amount of passive income. Number 3, take action and execute on your plan. As I said before, you can bang this out in as little as 3 months with just 1 to 2 apartments. I hope this video has planted that seed of financial freedom. If that's what you want, what are you waiting for? Go out there and get it and make sure you hit your freedom number. Thanks again for joining me here at ENTP Life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and make sure you check out my program, Killing the American Dream, at www.entplife.com. Hope to find you retired in the next 3 months. Take care.